people do really get concerned and freaked out if we could be living in a simulation. Elon Musk has mentioned it to Joe Rogan. It does make sense given the current state of virtual reality. If we extrapolate it into the future, how good it will be like this reality is now. And so people get freaked out, and thus here we are. So my first skepticism and a test that I would give to anybody who thinks that we're living in a simulation is, why the hell is this simulation so boring and repetitive? So if I were to create a simulation for a more interesting life, I would first of all give us wings so we could fly. And secondly, instead of outer space, which is dead, between planets that most of them are dead, I would create living space. Imagine it like do the full-blown Avatar. You know, less gravity, more flight, unlimited, same universe, but everything is alive. And you just travel, hop from huge asteroids to asteroids, chunk of whatever substance. Then you encounter massive planets, so on and so forth. Just make the whole thing much more interesting and a continuous expansion of life. But that's just giving my creative mind a thought. So if we are going to go down that route, because this simulation is very repetitive, very gray and very boring. Maybe some people in Africa, and if you ask some people in Africa about that version of the simulation with the worms, the guts and the blood and the whole insanity that goes there, they may also question your peaceful intents for creating such a simulation. So that's one aspect. Second aspect, I actually don't mind. Okay, we're living in a simulation. Is there something I can do about it? Let's say it's a simulation. Is there a door out? If you can show me a door out, I'd be interested. In fact, it'd be quite cool if we're in the simulation and there's an additional, some sort of a way of existence outside of it. I kind of already, for 40 years, explored this world. Haven't seen everything I wanted to. Would love to explore it for another 200-300 years for sure. But if there's something else even cooler, I'm down. So I wouldn't be very disappointed if there are like digital fairy tale, I don't know, make-believe ghosts flying around. Because it's, while it is kind of repetitive and boring, it's still pretty good. Can't complain. And that being said, there is at the moment nothing to do about it. And believe me, I pondered on this subject long before the concept of simulation came to be. Just from, I was always curious into like the metaphysical and all the yogi mystery things. Is there like a spiritual world, and is there any realm? I'm into fantasy. I don't share this aspect of my life, but I have a curious mind. And so from this perspective, I have not found the door out. There's no way to meditate, to elevate my consciousness to a different level, transcend into a spiritual being. If I find that way, and I'm looking and would love to, I will let you know. But I haven't found. I haven't seen anybody who has found. I am all for finding it. It seems like another level of interest that I would it's something cool. I always like to go into the outer limits. And so, who watched that show, by the way? Anybody? It was a cool show. But that's that. If there is a door, I'll take it. If there is a way, I'm interested. If you have some information, share in the comments below. But that's kind of my thought. I think we are living in a very real world, discovering ourselves as humans. There's an incredible, adventurous and dangerous future for us that is awaits. We will create an artificial reality, and hell, when we create it, I may be wrong. Maybe we are in a simulation. But do you see me worried? And don't be worried and go all introvert, cerebral on yourself. It's not a big deal. Enjoy, do what you can in this life. Go for as much adventures and pleasures and interesting things that are not destructive, and have fun, even if it is a simulation, which I think it is not. Hope I cleared some things up or confused you even more, but these are my thoughts and I'm willing to stand by them. Rock on.